Today we're going to be explaining how to use the Heliospectra lamp control program. Click the button to start. Introduction. Topics covered include overview, setup, configuration, summary, and a short quiz. Overview. The Argus Heliospectra lamp control interface program enables full lamp operation and spectral control of Heliospectra LED lamps from within the Argus system. Heliospectra provides a range of LED lamps supporting dimming and independent spectral manipulation of multiple light wavelengths for research, teaching, and plant growth purposes. The model used in this video is the RX30 model, but the setup and configuration is very similar for all the Heliospectra lamps. The Argus control interface enables direct management and manipulation of light output using Ethernet communications, both TCP and HTTP. Multiple lamps can be operated in unison, or each lamp can be operated with unique settings. Communication between the lamps and the Argus system is accomplished by a standard Ethernet LAN connection. All TCP-connected lamps are managed and monitored by the Argus system for proper operation, including monitoring and data logging of the built-in temperature sensors in each lamp. For HTTP, temperature is not currently supported. Light spectrum and LEDs. In the light spectrum, the region between 400 and 700 nanometers is what plants use to drive photosynthesis and is typically referred to as photosynthetically active radiation, or PAR. The areas of the spectrum that drive photosynthesis are highest in the red end, 600 to 700 nanometers, followed by the blue region, 400 to 500 nanometers, and lastly the green region, 500 to 600 nanometers. The use of specific and adjustable LEDs allows us to tease apart the roles of specific areas of the spectrum in photosynthesis. Managing banks of Heliospectra lamps. Once the lamp program is set up, the only user settings required are managing individual desired intensity settings using the Argus operator program. You can find these settings on the Argus Heliospectra lamp program screen. Selecting automatic is used for turning the lamp on and off using an automatic or manual setting. When set to manual off, it sets all the intensities to 0. You can also adjust desired intensity from the screen. For more information, see the Network Setup section later in this video. To manage banks of Heliospectra IP lamps from the Argus system, a separate device program is required for each lamp. You can set all of the lamps to use a common external target source for each wavelength so that they will all use the same settings. The target source can be any Argus application set up for scheduling the on-off activity of the lamps and varying the wavelength intensities. Setup. Light intensity levels for each wavelength can be manually adjusted from within the Argus operator program. Spectral output can also be automatically controlled using advanced Argus applications, including daily and seasonal light simulations for any region on the planet, replicating the natural changes in sunlight intensity and spectral output that occur throughout the day. First, make sure you have received the following contents from Heliospectra: a Heliospectra light system, Ethernet cable, power cable, quick setup guide, specific hanging attachment. It's important to note that Argus is not responsible for any of the lamp contents. If there's a problem or a piece is missing, contact Heliospectra directly. Mount the lamp using the hangers provided. Plug in the power cable to a power outlet socket and the Ethernet cable to a router. The lamp should now turn on. At this point, open your browser and go to www.heliospectra.com/getstarted to download and install the System Assistant software. Once the System Assistant is installed, start the program and click Scan. When the lamp is found, click Launch. The web interface opens. Click Operations tab and then check the Real-Time Update box. At this point, the lamp is set up and ready to connect to your Argus system. Lamp Network Setup. The lamp network setup steps are as follows. First, make sure the lamp has been set up with a web interface provided by Heliospectra and that it's communicating. From the Heliospectra web application, record the IP address for the lamp and enter it as the static IP address on the network screen. The network screen is accessed through the Factory Screen Management menu option and adding a program. How to navigate there is outlined in the following section of the video. We will now go through the steps to add a Heliospectra lamp program so we can access the Argus operator program network screen. Click Tools. Select the Diagnostic tab, and then Factory Screen Management. Select your controller, click Add Program, and select Heliospectra Lamp from the list of programs. Click Next, select Default Settings, click Finish. Once you have finished adding the lamp program into the Argus operator program, you can access it in the same way. Tools, Diagnostic, Factory Screen Management, Controller. Select Program from the list instead of clicking Add Program. Making a shortcut on your home screen is always a good idea to save you time getting to this screen. Click Tools, Diagnostic, select Factory Screen Management. Select your controller. Scroll through the list of programs until you see the Heliospectra program and click it. The Heliospectra management screen opens. Select the network option to continue. Select the help item for the network screen and follow the setup instructions. There are 4 areas on this screen where you can change Heliospectra settings. Click Network. The static IP address is taken from the Heliospectra System Assistant on the configuration page outlined earlier in this video, or supplied by an IT professional. If you're unsure what static IP address to use, contact your IT department. Enter a static IP address. You need to click on each text field and enter one number of the IP address as displayed. The LAMP port address assignment is 50630 when using the TCP communications protocol, Heliospectra LAMP firmware version 2, and 80 when using HTTP Heliospectra LAMP version 3 and higher. For HTTP, select the LAMP settings screen and enter the number of wavelengths, the actual wavelengths, and the power values for the specific device. The LAMP should now be communicating with the Argus system, and the communication status parameter on the network screen should read normal operation. Once the LAMP is communicating with the Argus system, the wavelength and max power readings are updated to match the number of wavelengths supported by the LAMP. For each active wavelength, enter a desired intensity from 0 to 100%, either as a local value or browse for an external pointer link if you're using another application such as SD Table Guardian to calculate the wavelength targets. The percentage values are automatically translated into intensities. 0 to 100% under desired becomes 0 to 1000 unit intensities and are 0 to 100% of maximum LED output, displayed in the Heliospectra web interface. LAMP intensity should not be dimmed lower than 150 intensity units, or 15%, due to the physical characteristics of LEDs and how they're driven, in this case with constant current, and the LED only turns on above a certain threshold amount. The wavelength intensities for a LAMP are now controlled by the Argus system. Do not adjust the intensities from the Heliospectra browser panel. If you require any assistance, consult your network administrator for assistance in setting up a static IP address. To connect with the web application, select Communications Disabled on the network screen of the Argus Heliospectra LAMP program. The installation and service screens are used for diagnosing problems and other special situations. The parameter list contains an unordered dump of all parameters in this program. Not all parameters are brought out to the program screens because many are used for initial debugging during development as well as special service diagnostic conditions. On occasion, you may be asked by Argus technical support personnel to review these values. Warning: do not change any of these values unless you fully understand the consequences. Serious control malfunctions could occur. If in doubt, contact Argus support. LAMP temperatures. The LAMP has a plate temperature sensor that reports several plate temperatures and prevents overheating. Temperatures can be monitored in the Argus operator program through the LAMP program under Temperature. Recommended operating temperatures for the Heliospectra RX30 lamp is 0 degrees Celsius to 40 degrees Celsius. Other lamps have their own recommended operating temperatures and can be found on the Heliospectra website. You can set an alarm to monitor high temperatures in the lamp. Alarm configuration is outlined later in this video. If you're unfamiliar with any of these terms, contact your IT department for the correct settings to input here. It's important to note that Heliospectra lamps running the version 3 firmware do not display temperature. Configuration. On the Configuration tab of the Heliospectra web application, the network field is used to configure the lamp to use either static or dynamic IP addresses. By default, the lamp is configured to use a dynamic IP address, but if the address changes, the link is broken with the Argus system. Entering a static IP address ensures that the address does not change. You must assign a unique IP that is currently not being used by any other devices on the network. Follow the instructions to set up a static IP address for the lamp. In the web UI, click the Configuration tab. In the Network field, select the Static IP Radio button. Enter the desired IP address. Enter the subnet. Enter the default gateway. Enter the primary DNS in the DNS1 field. Enter the secondary DNS in the DNS2 field. Finally, click Update. Alarms. Configuring alarms. The Heliospectra LED lamp program can generate user-configurable alarms, indicating Ethernet communications and lamp temperature problems, temperatures not available when the HTTP communications protocol is selected. You can configure these alarms on this screen. From the alarm screen, use local alarm priorities to clear an alarm once it's been generated. Click Add an Alarm. Discern the communication status of the lamp and various other alarm settings such as shutdown state and messaging watchdog time. The lower half of the screen has a summary of several temperature-related parameters. Click Temperature to go to the temperature alarm screen. You can view the temperature for each available temperature plate, as well as set the alarm threshold, delay, and priority. Summary. The topics we've covered today include overview, setup, configuration, summary, and a short quiz. Next is a short quiz on the concepts you've learned today. Thanks for watching the video. For more information, see the Heliospectra datasheet or contact Argus support. Click on any of the following links for more information: Facebook, LinkedIn, Argus newsfeed, or the Argus website.